104.1 KRBE. Let's get started. It's the Roula and Ryan Show.
Wake up, fool!
Hey, wake up!
It's about to get all stupid up in here!
Right here.
Featuring Eric.
Eric, he is a bad, bad man.
Special K.
The big red K.
Are you threatening me?
I'm waiting for you.
And Sam.
I am a wife! I am a wife!
You've waited long enough. How the heck do you pronounce this woman's name?
Roula. And
Ding dong.
Ryan. 104.1 KRBE.
Well, good morning,
morning.
Houston, Texas. It is Tuesday, August 27th of 2024. It's 6:02 a.m. with Roula, Ryan, Eric, Special K, and Sam. And here we go again, another work week leading to a good weekend because it's Labor Day weekend.
Oh, yeah. 3-day weekend for a lot of people.
And I know it's been rainy in the radar, but let me just remind you guys that we are in a good place because traditionally at this week in time in Houston, Texas, some issues going down with a storm.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's not like we
Like
haven't had our
Harvey,
fair share.
Harvey would have been
Or
hitting
like
yesterday,
Rita,
right?
or something would have been happening. I think today's the anniversary of Harvey, isn't it?
Yeah, 2 days ago, it made
Landfall in Rockport, but I
then
think today is when it just hovered for us.
That must be the case because my time hop showed my accident the day before.
Doesn't your favorite news source, the Chronicle, have a story on it?
The Chronicle,
Yeah, does it have a story about the anniversary?
they don't, surprisingly, not on the front page. I mean,
really?
right now they're covering the Rice tragedy.
But not the Harvey stuff?
I'll dig a little deeper.
I'm just curious if it's today.
Yeah, I'll check it out for the next break.
I'm pretty sure it is the 27th. Let me see. Hurricane Harvey anniversary,
Seems
Houston,
like it.
Texas, 50 inches of rain, equivalent of 1 trillion gallons of water. KHOU has something on it. It was 5 years ago. No, that's not. That's 2022. No, that's not
So
right.
Harvey
though.
was 7 years ago.
Yeah,
wasn't
7
it?
years ago.
Yeah, when I moved to Houston, it happened. I was like, wow, I guess this is what I have to look forward to.
Stuck in
Wow.
my
Like
house.
up
How
in
long were you here
Pennsylvania.
for before that hit, Sam?
Oh, man. I moved here in 2016. So it was September.
Wait, it was August here, 2017 when it hit, but when did you move in 2016? September
later.
2016?
Hold
So you were
on.
here for a year before it hit.
Yeah, I was here for a year before it hit.
Okay.
Man.
But I've never experienced anything like that. I mean, I feel like most people obviously didn't, but I
I
didn't
know what you
even
mean,
know
like
what. Yeah.
Your first hurricane,
Like all I ever
tropical
dealt
storm,
with
big
was
one.
like snow.
Mhm.
I never had to deal with a tropical storm. Even in Miami, we didn't have any like crazy
I think
tropical
about snow
storms.
now, and I'm like, man, I can't believe I lived in that world with no cell phone, living out in the country, snow drifts.
You're
I'm
like,
just-
what the heck?
My parents just let me go. Like, gotta go to school, Eric. Go take your little Ford Topaz. I didn't have a truck or anything.
Ford
Topaz.
You know what's interesting, Sam, about you getting Harvey as like your first big weather event? Maybe you thought, wow, this is crazy. This must happen here all the time.
Yes.
Because to that capacity, we'd never seen that, right? As Houstonians, we were just totally shocked. But for somebody who lived here knew, they'd be like, what the heck?
And I wasn't in radio at the time, so I didn't you know what I mean? I wasn't covering it like I've covered
Right.
the past storms that we've had here. And
You
I
didn't see
was
it coming. You're just like, I'm working at Equinox, whatever.
Equinox.
Equinox, whatever.
Equinox,
Was it a
the
gym?
gym. It was a gym. I needed health benefits. And fun fact for you, if you work in the front as like a greeter, if you work part-time, they, at least when I did it, they gave you health benefits. So I was doing that. But I was
Wow.
also doing pharmaceutical sales. I think during that time I was doing pharmaceutical sales when that storm hit because I was trying to explain to my boss, like, hey, I can't go out on the road.
What were you selling? What was your item?
Oxycontin. Painkiller.
You know that movie?
Wagavi?
Wegovy.
Yeah,
No,
what were you
that wasn't.
selling?
That wasn't
Never
a
gonna
big
work.
thing.
Is that
Do you remember?
painkiller?
Yeah, so my thing was I was trying to go to different doctors and have them use like our pharmacy. It was a pharmacy that I was like pushing. So it wasn't really pills.
So like,
It
you're taking
was
on
more
Walgreens,
of
you're
a-
taking on the big boys.
Yes.
No
Yes.
milk.
Yeah.
Well, you think about it.
I
All
did
these
awful.
all
Did you get
pharmaceutical
job.
reps are usually like attractive young ladies.
Yeah, I used to go to all their happy hours that they had provided to get like the doctors to schmooze, and I
You'd
just
bring
would
all the
get-
Starbucks to the office and say, hey, I have
Yes.
lunch.
Yes,
Did you host
absolutely.
Did you host
It was-
the happy hours? Or did you just
No.
went to-
I just went and crashed them to like try and mingle. I
Hey,
think like you would find
remember me?
out these
Which
these
offices were having a happy hour?
yes, and then you would make friends with the girls and it'd be like they'd be like, oh yeah, you should totally pull up. Like,
You
should
hand
come
them
over
literature?
And say hi.
This
Yeah,
is
I
like
had
the
so much.
prostitution of the drug business.
It really
Pretty much.
is.
Like, what was the perk for them using you instead of Walgreens or something?
Oh man,
Was there like an angle? They said, hey, we can get you faster. We can get you the best.
I think it was faster in that.
We have it in stock more.
That's a great question.
God, it really is like drug dealers.
I don't remember. I don't
Use
remember.
cute girls.
Yeah,
in
they
short
just hired
skirts.
cute
Were
girls.
these guys handsy?
No, I would not have allowed that. That's why I didn't succeed.
I mean, they could
You may
try
not
it.
have
was like-
allowed it, but they would try.
Yeah, no. They were, I mean, some of them were super flirtatious. All the girls were like crazy plastic looking that I would work with. Like crazy.
Overly plastic surgery.
It
Absolutely.
looks like you're working in a plastic surgery office with all the ladies.
Yes.
So
with
what
all the
ended it,
girls.
Sam? Like, what was the day?
No
that you're like,
sales?
this is not for me.
No money.
You couldn't get me to join the pharmacy?
I think I quit, but I like gave up like a month.
But you quit
in
why?
advance.
Because the money wasn't coming in, or you didn't
No,
like the
I mean, I
environment?
was getting money. They were like, yeah, we need to look at how you're working with clients. And then I would have like a boss that would come and like
Follow you?
follow me around. And
You
I was
didn't like the
it was
around,
so
staring
much
over your
stress.
shoulder?
It was so much stress, and I didn't care, so I didn't try. Like,
Yeah.
I'd like make up that I went and saw a doctor that day just so I could hang out with Misty.
Everyone does that in sales. I'd make fake stuff up.
I made fake up stuff up all the time, and now
You
my
had to show,
husband's in
like-
sales, and he never makes fake stuff up, and I'm like, really?
Didn't
like,
they make you like?
because that's
you
his
did-
real career. He cares about it.
You had to get in front of like 5 people. You had to pitch like 5 people.
Yes,
every
you
day.
had so many, and then you had to like log it in. Like, okay, and how did this conversation go? Now, what's your next approach for this? Like,
Oh, Lord.
it was awful, and I did not do well. But I appreciate
Did you have the experience of
the
it?
experience. Now it's something fun to talk about. But sorry,
Stories.
long story. Harvey was happening during that job, and I
Yeah.
didn't realize the extent of Hurricane Harvey.
And being 7 years gone now, we're at the 7th anniversary because it was the 24th into the 25th. Really, today's the day that everyone was like, oh my God, everything's underwater. For those of you who have moved to Houston since Harvey, you did not live it. It's just this thing people talk about because there's 3 years of my life that I'm missing from Houston history when I lived in Philly, and Tropical Storm Allison happened then. So it's so foreign to me to, of course I hear about the stories and the flooding and the deaths and all the chaos, but I wasn't here to have the personal experience.
Yeah.
So I feel so removed from it, and it's weird because I know how much this city struggles with floods and rain and stuff. But the fact that I'm missing that piece of Houston weather history as a personal experience is so odd to me.
Dave.
Where I was trying to call them, we didn't have we didn't have social media.
Yeah.
And I go to work in the morning, and my co-host says, "Hey, is your family okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, well, why?"
It's a big flood in Houston.
Like I hadn't seen the news the night before, and he's like, "Yeah, there's like all this flooding in there." I was like, "Oh, I don't know." I go, "That's weird." I was trying to call them yesterday, and the phone lines were
Is
busy.
that after Thanksgiving?
I don't know when Allison was, guys. When was Allison?
Remember, I thought my cousin, they lived in Katy, and I lived in Dallas. And they came for Thanksgiving, I thought, and then they went home or somewhere around then. Because I remember seeing on TV, they showed like alligators. I'm like, what? They have alligators in Houston?
Oh man,
that happened in 2001.
I know. What was the month though?
Oh,
October?
June.
Okay,
Was it June? Okay.
June. It said it
Something
moved
happened
across North Houston June 6, 2001.
Yeah, so
Oh,
it was
wow.
so
You
weird
just
because
tell
I
me
was
about
trying
it
to
then.
call them, and all the lines were fast busy. And so then when the colleagues the next day said, "What's going on in Houston?" I was like, "I don't know. Is that why nobody answered the phone?" So then I got on AOL Instant Messenger at work. Do you remember that?
I do remember that.
There's a pop-up box where you could like text somebody a message, and I remember my brother pops up in the box. He's like, "Oh my God, Roula, there's water everywhere. Everything is flooded. Everything is flooded." And I was like, "It is?" And I'm just thinking like a simple like street flood. It was just so
The
crazy.
medical center got pounded, huh?
Oh my God!
Lost
yes,
all the
people
records
died.
and stuff. And,
People died in
wow.
that.
Didn't they
Yes.
do that? Did they lose everything
Yes,
down
because
there?
now they have like those
The basement?
those like submarine doors
Wow.
in the medical center, and that the story of the poor lady in the elevator when the water came rushing
I
in.
remember that, yeah.
Reminds me of like Titanic sines when you think about it. So it's just so
It said
crazy.
41 people died, and it caused approximately $8.5 billion in damage.
Crazy.
And we're really kind of at that point right now from Beryl. We're about at that death count because people.
41 from Beryl.
I think there were over 40 now. Yeah. Yeah. Because,
Well,
I mean,
do
a
you
lot of
think,
them
or do you
were
know? 'Cause
as a
that's a
result
lot.
of it. You know?
No, it's 22.
Yeah, I thought it was in the 20s.
No, Beryl's more than that.
No, I'm Googling right now. Houston Public Media. Hurricane Beryl has caused at least 22 deaths in the Houston area and widespread power outages during and after July 8th storm.
Man, that's really sad. Well, anyway, the point
More
of
than one's too many.
I know exactly.
Absolutely.
The point of this is we're in that window usually
But
where we
Houston
don't even know
Cron
Labor
says
Day's
up
coming.
to 38 now.
Yeah, we don't.
Yeah, it's 38
Yeah.
is what they're saying.
Crazy.
Why is it so
Yeah.
odd? It's
Remember
so off.
when we were on the air
That's
after
weird.
Harvey, I
Crazy.
said, "Guys, today's Labor Day." because nobody
yeah.
knew it was Labor Day.
We're like, what?
Because we're so upside down.
And then
Anyway, it's
Someone
crazy.
said, Sam, you're just describing my job.
Oh.
You did.
Oh, really?
Sales.
Oh, wow.
Well, if you're in it and you're succeeding,
As long as you're
congratulations.
happy at
I
what
was
you
not
do.
succeeding.
We're proud of people that do sales, man. I don't know.
It takes a special person.
You have to have a really good personality for that. You have to be
Take
very
rejection.
charismatic to be able to get
Yes, in
somebody
rejection.
get
and
what you
ask
want.
for it. I remember they'd always say, Eric, ask for the sale.
Yes.
And I was doing pest control, like,
In what way? Like, can you please buy this?
so, yeah, it's like, instead of like, just tell them about the sale. Go, okay, so, we're ready to do this, that type of thing. Like,
Right.
okay.
When are you booking this? When can I
let's
come
get this
by?
going. I want to get rid of all these pests for you. Let's do it right now. Here it is.
Can you use some of your pest control experience right now? Eric and I saw the most
This
giant
place.
cockroach.
Another
downstairs.
roach in the building?
That one was by the elevator downstairs. But I think they sprayed yesterday, so that means
They're going to come out and die.
Oh, we'll see a lot of dead bugs now.
be like stepping on
Better
fortune
dead.
cookies.
But you have to smash them and put them in the toilet because they might have eggs in them.
Ew.
Yes, but once you smash them, the egg is out. You
No,
can't get
not
that.
necessarily. Mm-mm.
Even if they're out, they can still hatch.
Yeah.
They don't have to be part of the.
Yeah, they just eject
Really?
them.
I thought they
host.
like.
That's why they can. There's so many of them.
Yeah.
So gross. So gross. So
What they
gross.
say, if there's a nuclear war, that's the last thing that'll be here.
I don't smell them, so we're good.
Oh God,
Usually I
I can't
learned
with you and the smell.
scent.
Okay. Cleanse the palate. Cleanse the palate. Happy place. Happy place. Happy place. Oh yay! We have an Omni giveaway at some point today. Yay! Let's think of a staycation and 2 nights
Well,
stay
we
at the
have a-
Omni Houston
We got
Galleria.
a lot going on
And you
this
can
morning.
qualify to win a cabana. It's also Revenge Tuesday at 7:00. Somebody's gotten their payback.
640. Talking about jobs, we're going to have you call us, tell us what you do for a living, and we're going to try and ask you a few questions and guess what you do, how much you make.
Oh, that's always fun.
Instead of doing like, what do you do? How do you make? We're going to you're going to tell us what you do. We'll ask a few questions and then see if we can guess.
I think it's an eye opener too. A lot of us have no idea. We would think there are some jobs that sound so important,
And
yet
we
they
think they're
pay
gonna get
so
paid
little.
so much. And then we're like, wait, you'll make $23,000 for that? For genetic mutation?
You went to school
What?
for
Genetic
10 years?
mutation?
Yeah.
You make 20 grand.
Okay, coming up next in Celebrity Scoop, yet another celebrity talks about, you're rich and famous when you can just buy new clothes and just throw away your dirty laundry. Who's the next celebrity to reveal this? I don't do laundry. I just throw away my clothes and buy new clothes.
Damn.
That's crazy. All right, here's
What a
your
waste.
weather for today.
All right, we're looking at a lot of rain again today. About a 50% chance. It looks like a high near 90. Right now, 78 degrees and 614 on the Roula and Ryan Show.
Please welcome Roula and Ryan's Celebrity Scoop.
104.1 KRBE.
It is brought to you by Taqueria Randas, and Channing Tatum is the latest celebrity to admit, yeah, laundry's not for me. He hates doing laundry so much that he said, if you buy packages of fresh white T-shirts, they come in multi-packs?
Yes.
Yeah.
He said you get 2 days wear out of a fresh white T-shirt. So instead of doing laundry, he would just wear a new white T-shirt.
What about his
And
underwear?
He did not do laundry all year. I don't know. He doesn't
Well,
think about
I
his
mean, if you go
underwear.
to Target and you get a 6-pack of those white tees for $12.
And he looks good in anything, I assume.
Yeah, the
with
guy's
all his
ripped. He
muscles.
doesn't
Yes,
have to
but
put
now
on the
you have me
fancy one.
thinking he's got dirty drawers.
That's what I'm saying. Andrew Dice
Maybe just
Clay,
goes commando.
he's a comedian. He was famous in the 90s and 80s. I remember a radio interview when I was a kid.
Who was it?
Andrew Dice Clay.
Okay.
He would buy new things of underwear and just wear those every time. So he'd order 365 pairs of underwear.
Well, if you're on the
NSYNC said they
road-
would do that on the road on
I'm like, that
tour.
means you don't
NSYNC
wash
would
them?
just rip open packages of underwear.
Yeah, if
and
you're
wear
on the
those.
road and you don't have access
every day,
to
he's
a
like, I'm not wearing
laundromat.
those again. That's gross.
Difference here, though,
Like,
Sam.
what?
Do you hear the common thread? Men just open packages and wear the clothes straight away.
Yeah, they don't wash them.
I have to wash it. I'm like, come on.
Because a lot of times they
Especially
shrink
underwear.
the way
Yeah,
guys
God.
are with shirts. Mm-hmm. They'll start out longer.
If
and
it's
then
100% cotton,
Also,
it's
y'all
gonna
get yellow
shrink.
pit stains.
Oh, yeah.
You try to toss them anyway.
You got to toss them when you get the yellow pit stains.
So it's a GQ interview with Channing Tatum, and he said he just can't live without his white T-shirt because, he went through so many of them because he didn't like doing laundry. I'm like, okay, good times. I'm going to turn it to sports for 2 seconds because last night I was annoyed. I watched the whole Astros game in the 10th inning, and then I walked away when it was bottom of the 10th because I was like, well, if the Phillies score here, I'll be mad. So I went outside, take the trash out, and I came back and walk off homer. So we lost by
Wasn't a
one
homer.
run. It wasn't a homer? What
You keep
was
saying
it?
homer. It was just he hit it in the right field. Just for a
'cause there-
single.
because somebody was already on base.
Yeah, and
Okay,
then-
see, because I walked away at the bottom of the 10th, so thanks for
so
telling me that.
it wasn't as dramatic like it was.
Okay, good. Man, I thought it was a homer. So we lose by a run. And then this morning I'm looking at some sports news, and I think this is so interesting because we had a similar situation when trades happen in baseball. This is so crazy because you are literally in a uniform for one team. The trade happens while you're playing the game. And they're like, oh, yeah, you're not on this team anymore. You're on a new team. Didn't that happen with our catcher who was a Boston Red Sox, Christian?
Yeah, what's his name?
Before
Javier, Christian, oh my God, he's with Minnesota.
Velasquez?
I think that's it.
I don't know.
But he was playing with Boston here.
And
then he got traded in the middle of
the Astros in the middle of the game.
Switch jerseys?
2 years ago.
He didn't switch
How's that
jerseys
even
during the game,
possible?
but that's what they said. They said, okay, at the end of this game, you're not going to be a Red Sox anymore. You're an Astro.
Oh,
And it was
wow.
really hard for him because he really had grown to love Boston. But, of course, he won the World Series with us, so he's fine. Now, where does he play? I don't even know. Minnesota with Carlos Correa. So there's a player named Danny Jansen who made Major League Baseball history yesterday because on June 26th, Danny was the catcher for the Toronto Blue Jays. They were playing the Boston Red Sox. That game had to be postponed in the middle because it started raining so hard. They resumed that game last night, but in the meantime, Danny has been traded to the Boston Red Sox.
Oh, my gosh.
So he started the game as a Toronto Blue Jay, and he ended the as a Boston Red Sox
Isn't that weird?
player.
Oh, wow.
That's one of those trivia things in 10 years they're going to put.
Yes.
So remember that.
Danny
What's his name?
Jansen.
I'm not going to remember it.
Danny Jansen.
I can't believe they trade in the middle of the season.
Yeah.
Oh, they do it
all the
they do
time.
it right there.
Do they do it in football too?
I mean, but not as much. I mean, you do trade.
Because I feel
It's
like
it's
so
mostly,
rare.
it's
I
mostly-
feel like in
even
baseball,
trades
you're
are-
more of a commodity in any other sport. Like baseball, it's such a commodity, like driven sport. I feel like you're just a commodity, you're not a person.
You have minor leagues, so you have like single, double.
Right.
You have so many. You need players.
What really stings is when you are just one of like 5 people that have been traded for one player. Like
Oh,
you're
right,
just-
right. My value is
I'm
1/5
I'm
of
only
theirs.
1/5 of a player.
There's, if you Google weird trades in baseball, you'll see people were traded for like baseballs.
What?
Look it up.
What?
Look up.
I was traded
weird
for a
trades.
baseball?
Look it up. Weird trades. Like, hey, give us
6,000
that guy.
baseballs.
We'll take the mascot. We'll take 3 dozen baseballs and $6,000 in cash.
Oh, my God. That would
What?
sting. I was
Wow.
traded for a mascot and a baseball.
I mean, they never
That's
traded a
crazy.
mascot, but that would be kind of fun.
Hold up.
I thought I'd share that fun.
Orbit just went to
Orbit's helmet
Oh,
head.
man.
Okay, on
I mean, the reptile inside of him? Or?
What's happening there? On September 23rd in Los Angeles, Julian's Auctions. Usually you hear about Sotheby's or Christie's. It's Julian's Auctions. They
that
are
Temu?
hosting. It's not Temu, no. They are hosting an exclusive event. I think this might be even more newsworthy since the passing of Matthew Perry, but they have Friends props up for grabs because it's the 30th anniversary of that show.
Oh, wow.
The 30th anniversary of that show. Items that will be up for grabs include a replica of the iconic orange Central Perk couch.
Well, who wants a replica?
Well, it's better. I mean, you can't do the real thing. Isn't the real thing the Warner Brothers Museum?
It is.
Scripts, clothing worn by Jennifer Aniston and Courtney Cox, a Central Perk sign, Lisa Kudrow's denim coat with faux fur, furniture from David Schwimmer's apartment, and one of Matthew Perry's signature sweaters.
Oh, wow.
Much of the collection appears to be some replicas of the real items, likely protected somewhere in the vaults of the Warner Brothers studios, and there are a few notable actual pieces. The
I want a
costumes
replica.
worn by the guest stars.
Yeah, I
like-
wouldn't. And you're not going to pay a lot of money. By the way, if you
Still
are
bring something
a
in.
collector, you like having that kind of stuff, just do a Google search. There are so many websites that sell replicas of
If you want a
famous
replica.
props. You don't need to go to an auction for that.
Unless you want the real deal.
They have some
if they
real
have the real
clothes
deal.
worn by Gunther, who has now passed, James Michael Tyler, Christine Applegate, when she was a guest star as Rachel's sister, Winona Ryder, Paul Rudd, who played Phoebe's husband, and Bruce Willis, who played Jennifer Aniston.
But like
as
regular
Rachel's
people
boyfriend.
can't afford the original props because they're so expensive.
Right. So you could probably get something here on the 30th anniversary, September 23rd. Julien's with an E. Julien's Auctions is where you can find some of this stuff. All right, coming up next, we want to take your calls at 833-390-KRBE. You're going to tell us what you do for a living. And based on the description of the job you're telling us you do, we are going to guess how much we think you make a year doing that job.
This is an eye-opener.
And we'll either be really floored or we'll be really impressed.
Yep.
Like, we'll be like, whoa, that's it? Or, whoa, that's a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll never forget the lady who like separates jeans, not denim jeans, like your
Jean
actual
splicer.
jeans.
Yeah.
And we were like, wow, that must pay a lot. And she was making like, I don't know, 35,000 or something crazy. And we're like, really? You like separate jeans in a lab under a microscope and you're not even making 50 grand?
I thought you meant jeans.
No, I said
No,
not denim.
not like
I don't know
Levi's.
what you said, though. Every time I hear it, though, I
She's
keep
working
thinking
with
jeans.
genetic
I still think
code.
Jeans with a G.
No matter what you say, I keep thinking.
Jeans with a G. All right, 833-390-KRBE. We'll talk to you next on The Roula and Ryan Show.
104.1. Back to the Roula and Ryan Show.
All right, we want to to know what you do for a living. We're going to try and guess how much do you make. It can be an eye-opener because a lot of times you have what sounds like a very, very important job, and unfortunately
Well, it
doesn't
is an
pay that
important
much.
job. It's just you should get paid more.
Yeah.
Not saying it's not an important
Yeah.
job. We're just shocked it doesn't pay
Or
as
sometimes
much.
we hear about a job that doesn't seem like it's, that I don't know, valuable, but yet you get paid a ton.
Heather's on the line first at 833-390-KRBE. Good morning, Heather. Welcome to the Roula and Ryan Show. Happy Tuesday.
Good morning. How are y'all?
Good morning.
All right, so describe to us what your job is. Tell us what you do for a living, what field of work you're in. You don't have to say the name of the company. Absolutely not. Do not do that. Make your coworkers mad.
Okay.
And then we're going to guess what we think you make for doing that work.
I'm a veterinary technician.
Okay.
Yeah. So
That's pretty much all we need to know.
Can we ask how many years you have been a vet tech?
15.
15
Whoa.
Here's vet tech.
Is
Which,
it
by the
salary
way-
or is it salary, I assume, right?
No, it is not salary. It's hourly.
Oh, it's hourly.
Oh.
Well, first of all, I got to say thank you for what you do. I mean, it's like every time I've
I
taken
thought
my
you were
little
saying thank you
pup
for
in-
your service. I'm like,
No, not
he's
for
a
your
vet tech, not a
service,
vet.
but I'm just saying
not a military vet.
a special person to show
Military
that kind of
veteran
love
tech.
and compassion and care for our furry friends.
Ryan salutes you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Make the guess.
All right, make the guess. What do we think Heather makes? Now, are we going to guess because she's hourly paid? Are we guessing what her hourly is now?
Oh, no, I'm going for the year.
Yeah,
going
What's
for
the
the
mouse
year.
for the year?
Say what the year is.
Vet tech 15 years. I'm going to go 75, I guess, because she's hourly. If it was salaried for some reason, I think it'd be
75
more.
grand?
Yeah, I don't know. 75.
okay.
I'm just stabbing in the dark.
Okay.
I have no idea.
I say 54,100.
Oh, wow. That's very
I'm saying like
specific.
$26 an hour.
Very
Yeah.
specific.
I just
I'm
times
going to say
times
45.
45. All right.
Okay.
Write down your what you.
Kevin, what do you think?
65.
65, Ryan, what do you think?
38.
All right, it's lowballing big time. Okay, Heather, what is the
It's
answer?
very disappointing how much we get paid.
Okay.
I get paid about 24 to 28 a year.
28,000.
Oh my gosh, I thought you were going to say an hour.
Oh.
And I was like, wow, Eric's almost right. 28,000 a year.
Yeah, I get $17 an hour where I'm at, and it's at a small family practice. It's not a large animal clinic.
Now, do you get licensed for what you do?
I am not licensed.
If you were, would it demand more money?
It would, but not in the clinic that I'm at.
Okay.
And you get bit a
I
lot.
think it might give me a couple dollars.
Do you get
Oh,
bit a
wow.
lot?
How many scratches and bites do you get a year?
I'm actually pretty decently good at it after so many years, but when I first started, I have plenty of battle scars.
Yeah,
Say.
sure.
All
Good
right.
reaction.
But do you enjoy what you
28,000.
do? That's all that really matters. Do you enjoy it?
I love it, yes. I wouldn't do anything else if I had the opportunity. I really do enjoy it.
Oh, I love it.
That's awesome.
It's important.
Yeah.
in
Well,
life.
thank you for what you do, Heather, and thanks for listening to the Rule and Ryan Show.
I always tell you, those people
Thank
that
you.
are
You guys are the best.
Take care, honey. Thank you. Bye bye.
people that get paid a lot of money and they hate what they do, they're trapped.
Yeah.
In
Oh,
that
yeah,
world that
because-
they can't quit because they can't find a job to make
Too
that
many
kind of money.
responsibilities.
Yeah,
You
you are
can't,
trapped.
you got a family depending on you.
Well, also, to Eric's point, you're making a lot of money. Nobody else is going to pay you that for the job that you're doing, but you hate that job. And you're like, well, it's either have this money or have the mental, satisfaction of I like what I do.
As long as you go on vacations and you got money to
So you're going on
Escape
vacation.
once
do
in a
things,
while.
escape to do things with the fam, I guess.
Another Heather is on the line. Heather's a popular name this morning on the Rule and Ryan Show. Hi, Heather number 2. Welcome to the Rule and Ryan Show. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
For those just tuning in, we are asking you to tell us what you do for a living, and then based on what you tell us, we're going to guess how much you make, and then you tell us how much you really make. So, what you got, Heather? What do you do for a living?
So I'm a licensed master social worker, but I provide mental health counseling to kids that are 4 years old up to 4th grade
Okay.
In a school or in a practice, like a private practice?
in the school.
In the school.
So you're the school mental health counselor.
And like
for
Sam
kids
said
4 to
earlier,
4th grade.
how long have you been doing this?
Good question.
I've been a social worker for 8 years, but this is my first year as a mental health counselor in this setting.
Okay.
Man, this is tricky. I don't know. Because
I'm
what
gonna
I
put her down
think
just so
you
we can
should
guess.
be making is probably not close to what you are making. I'm going
When you say schools, it's
I'm going to go with the
Um,
exact same salary I did last time, 38.
going with 52. Eric?
Ooh. I'll say 47.
Okay.
I'm not
Kevin?
confident at all.
Man, I said 78.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
I know.
What was your number, Eric? 47?
47. I just
I
think
was
about
gonna
schools. Where
lowball.
schools are, they don't pay you.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. That's why I was going to go
Oh,
35.
man. I didn't think about that part.
I was thinking of schools also. The
Plus,
schools
it's a
don't
private
pay
school,
as much as if it was
maybe.
private.
Right. Private would. Woo,
So
woo.
between 38, 52, 47, 78, and 35,000.
We're all over the place.
$1 million.
Because remember, she has like her
We
master's and all
definitely have
that.
different thought processes
Heather, what's
here.
your annual salary? Your ballpark annual salary?
It's just over 63.
63.
Ooh, nice.
Wow.
Good. Good.
All right.
Good.
Yeah.
So between me and
Yeah.
Kevin, 52 and 78, 63. Okay,
I like
that's
that.
good.
Glad
Would
you're
it be
not-
more if you weren't working in a school, Heather? Or is that about average no matter where you work?
No, I think that is a little bit higher because of this. It's a little bit higher than other school-based counselors.
Okay.
But if I were to go into a private practice, it could be a lot more.
Okay.
But that
Got
said,
it.
I still think that across the board.
And you get did you get summertime off?
Yeah, I do.
That's good. At least
I
you get.
do get time off, and it's needed. It's very much so needed, alongside with
Yeah. Can
teachers,
imagine that
right?
being a very emotionally draining job.
Yeah, every day.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank
Well,
God
Heather, have
you're
a
doing
great
that.
day at school
Yeah.
today. Thanks for being there for the kids because we know that's for sure necessary. God bless you. Thanks so much for listening.
Yes, thank you.
Take
Have a
care.
great
Have a
day.
great day. Matt has a job that's very unique from what I understand. We're asking the question, what do you do for a living? And we're going to guess how much you make. Hi, Matt. Tell us about your unique job. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, Matt. Morning.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
Loud and clear.
Okay, awesome. I actually manage exotic game ranches and just like a ranch hand / manage animals and stuff like that.
Wow. Exotic game ranches.
Like
Does that
hunt?
mean
To
people
hunt
hunt
them?
these animals?
Well, the ranch that I do, we sell them. So they don't hunt them there. They actually sell the animals.
Like gazelles and
Yeah, what kind of
Name
animals?
some-
Buffalo, zebras, deer, all kinds of different types of deer.
Okay.
this is a huge. I imagine this is a huge
Are
property.
zebras
You're like on
mean? I've always heard zebras can be mean.
Yes, they are. I've actually got
Yes,
bit
they
by-
are.
You got bit by one.
They look all nice
Out
in
of
that
all the animals I
gum
worked
commercial.
with, I hate the zebras the most.
See?
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Is it what makes them difficult? I'm just curious. Like when you're trying to at what point are you making contact with the zebra? Does it just come after you and bite you, or are you
feed
trying to feed it?
Feeding.
Or you just leave the
Feeding,
food out?
because they like to kick and bite.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Goodness.
and right now we have some that have little ones,
Mm-hmm.
and that's when they're really protective.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
that
for
makes
sure.
sense.
That's a cool job.
I
Can
know,
we
right?
ask if Matt lives
Yeah,
on the
I
property?
actually was a project manager beforehand, and
Whoa.
I actually quit my project manager job, which paid more,
Mm-hmm.
but this is what I really like to do.
That's awesome.
So exotic
Yeah, how long
game
you been doing
ranch.
it?
I've been doing ranching since I was 18.
And
And
how
do
old are
you live
now?
on the property?
You can. I don't.
Okay.
Only because I don't want them to call me 24/7.
Gotcha.
Got
How
it.
old are you
Okay.
now? How old
Yeah.
are you now?
36.
All right, so almost 20
Okay.
years.
How far is it from Houston area? Like what area are you in?
Yeah, like can we
I'm just
see
curious.
these exotic?
So you know where the Renaissance Festival is?
Yeah.
Yes.
Kevin knows that.
Todd Mission.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Todd Mission.
Okay,
All
so
right.
Matt is an exotic game ranch manager. Manages exotic game ranch.
Manager. Okay.
That's pretty cool.
manager of an exotic. I have no idea what this is supposed
All
to
right,
be
I'll
paying
start
you
it
now.
off with 50.
I'm going to go 92.
Okay, I'm going to go 90.
Okay.
I said 77,000.
Yeah.
Sam?
So what do you think?
50.
And he gets all the buffalo meat
Sam and
he
I both
wants.
said 50.
Ooh. You get
Okay.
free meat?
Matt, what
That
do
is
you
messed up,
make
Eric.
for managing exotic ranches?
75 a year.
75.
We weren't too far off. We weren't too far off. How much you
2,000
say,
off.
Eric?
I said 77.
77. Look
Dang, look
at
at you, Eric.
Wow, do you find it, do you have like vacation time and stuff that's pretty traditional, or is it, I don't know.
I get off whenever I want, really. I just have to let them know. Because I do 2 ranches. It was 3, but now I'm doing 2.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you just drive the property in like some kind of like protected vehicle to check on all the animals?
A King Ranch truck.
A King Ranch truck? Like,
We got those little John Deere
Is that what
little
you're
4-wheeler
doing?
type things with the gate.
No, so I just ride around on the mule, check, and
Yeah, the
then
mule.
we count animals, make sure they're fine, go, and then we dart them if we're selling them. We make sure that they're all just healthy and and people come up.
Do you have to watch out? Do you have to have like an animal to protect them, like from getting attacked by other
Poachers.
or wolves?
No, we have
coyotes?
like a predator mat that goes around the whole property. And then, yeah.
Y'all do tours of these ranches? I'd be so curious.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah, we do, but not. It's not really told. We don't really tell people we do.
It's not like
Gotcha.
Come out and you can
And
show
then,
them around.
and then with our luck, we'd come out there to check it out, and we'd be like the Stampede Safari YouTube videos. Look at these bozos in this exotic game ranch, and we got run over.
Here we go. Time for the Roula and Ryan Show on KRBE to tell you what's going down in H-Town.
Okay, so everybody was watching this story unfold yesterday. A Rice University junior was killed on the first day of the fall semester in what police are investigating as a murder-suicide. This happened in her dorm room. Andrea Rodriguez Avila was found shot to death in Jones College after 4:30 p.m. Now, they did a welfare check by the university police department, and a man who is not believed to be a Rice student was found dead from an apparent self-inflicted gunshot. A shelter-in-place issue was in place for about an hour for all students and staff on campus. There is no class today.
Did they say how he was connected to her? Like what?
Yeah,
the
there are
first
no
day
signs.
of classes, she just moved in,
There are
and
no
somebody
signs.
came and murdered her?
There are no signs of forced entry. And when officers found the body, there was a note detailing some of the troubles they had in an apparent dating relationship between the two.
They just moved in this weekend.
That's
My
what I was thinking.
niece and nephew both go there, and they moved in.
Goodness.
Terrible.
As I
Yeah.
saw that, I was like texting them. Thank God I wasn't in their area.
Well, there's many different sources that offer help. I got this call on the listener line this morning.
Hi, Roula, Ryan, Eric, Special K, Sam, and Ahmad. I wanted to deliver a more coherent message. I'm a Rice alumni, and I'm assuming that you guys are going to speak on what happened, and I would just like to pour my heart out to all of the students who are going through this. Rice was one of the safest and happiest places I've ever been in my life, and I feel so deeply in pain for you. And I hope that everyone is doing okay. And if they're not, please reach out to your alumni network. We are here for you. We support you, and we will do anything for you. We understand what you're going through.
Yeah.
If you are finding yourself in a troubled relationship, domestic violence, it can happen to anybody. 20 people per minute are physically abused by an intimate partner in this nation. Please go to hawk.org. That's Houston Area Women's Center.org. Houston Area Women's Center, HAWC.org. They try to end domestic and sexual violence for all. It's so devastating to find yourself in a situation like that. So God bless those families and all those students who are so mentally affected
Remember,
by
about
this.
70% of Rice's undergrads live on campus. So this
And that beautiful campus that it is.
It really is.
It is nice.
It's so nice.
That's what's going down in H-Town.
Coming up next, somebody has gotten messed with and they got their payback. And it comes to neighbor stories. Oh, man, neighbor fights are the weirdest because you can't escape each other. You live next to each other. So you're like, okay, well, I don't like you, and here's what I'm doing to you. Revenge is next on The Roula and Ryan Show.